to this.
The Committee on Presidential Affairs scrutinized the indicative budget allocations for the financial year 2025-2026 for various entities, including the Office of the President, State House, Office of the Prime Minister, KCCA, and others. While presenting the report to the Budget Committee of Parliament, the Presidential Affairs Committee, chaired by byarugaba, informed MPs that State House requires 88 billion shillings to facilitate the payment of pending donations,
resulting into a funding gap of Uganda shillings, 30 billion Uganda shillings. That's very terrible. And remember, most of our areas, we have something we demand in as far as the presidential pledges are concerned.
The committee established that unfulfilled presidential pledges were among the key challenges to budget execution for State House.
Unfulfilled pledges that span beyond a particular term of office may negatively also impact on the image of the fountain of honor and therefore calls for enhanced allocation.
According to the committee, State House also faces an issue with an aging fleet and the maintenance costs are rising. The committee noted that 10 billion shillings is required in the next financial year to cater for transport equipment.
State House requires Uganda shillings 10 billion, but only Uganda shillings 4 billion is provided in the MTF ceiling of Vote 002, resulting into a funding gap of Uganda shillings 6 billion. Mr. Chairman, the committee recommends that shillings 6 billion be provided to Vote 002 to facilitate the retooling of State House.
To ensure proper solid management, Kampala Capital City Authority is seeking over 108.6 billion shillings. 45.6 billion shillings will facilitate the construction of Buyala landfill in Mpigi. 14.0 billion shillings will be used to decommission the Kitezi landfill. Another 14.0 billion shillings is allocated for compensation of the affected persons. 1.8 billion shillings is allocated to construct 48 houses destroyed by the waste-slide.
Instead of 7 trips per day, because of the funding gap, this truck can only ferry 1 trip.
The committee also noted that despite the calamity that occurred at Kitezi last year, solid waste management continues to receive the same allocations as in the previous financial years.
The committee established that Uganda shillings 10 billion is required for garbage collection, fuel, but only Uganda shillings 6.6 billion is in the indicative provision, resulting into a funding gap of Uganda shillings 6.4 billion.
However, some MPs on the Budget Committee questioned the Committee on Presidential Affairs regarding the distribution of resources.
We need to pick out 31 billion in a leaping economy to put up a strategic school for strategic security studies.
In all that, on all these sectors, I've not come across any misallocation as far as the funding is concerned.
Lydia Chomkama and Gloria Gutabinji, Parliament.
20 minutes.